Hey everybody, it's Retro DM Ray. How y'all doing? I just wanted to come back on the channel this morning and say I thank you all for those that commented on my community post about my account and whether or not I'm going to be actually deleting any of my videos and just closing down the channel or not. I've got a lot of busyness in my life and ministry, and of course busy and fun times with the family and just a lot of other things that are going on that's going to prevent me from really doing a whole lot of constant video cycling. And my original intention of the channel was just to share stuff that I loved and was fun. And then I got kind of caught up in the idea of monetizing the channel and trying to do a Patreon and all these other kinds of things, and realizing that that's really not going to be that financially viable for me and my family as extra income, because most who have monetized, unless they have, you know, 5 or more digits of subscribers, make little of nothing. Not to mention YouTube policies are something that I am not too incredibly in agreement with anyway, and so they likely wouldn't keep me very long if I said anything that violated, even in the slightest, anything that they would object to in any way, especially in today's culture, right? So I just wanted to come on the channel and say I'm going to continue to post, and I'm going to continue to keep everything here, but I'm just going to post like when I feel like it. And talk about things that I like and what I feel like talking about on the channel, and hoping that you're still tuning in and staying subscribed. You're still sharing. You're still liking all the videos. You're still sharing some comments with me about things that I'm talking about, that this is still stuff that's interesting and fun and entertaining for you on the channel. And one of those things that I'm going to talk about right now is... for me, I started out in 1979. That was 10 years before second edition, where we started out with, of all things, Advanced Dungeons & Dragons, which is called first edition, and then immediately slid back and played Beck Me, which ran concurrently, right, with first edition pretty quickly, and then BX, which kind of took off in 83, I think, or something like that, and it also ran concurrently with continuations of first edition, as then Unearthed Arcana came along, and that's kind of dubbed as 1.5. We just used it all. We just mixed and matched all kinds of things together and used what we wanted and didn't use what we didn't want. And then 1989 came along, and I had been running for a little while already. And so 1989 comes along, and second edition hit the shelves, and I went crazy. And you know that second edition has just a plethora of stuff that it put out like wildfire, right? Just huge amounts of content that they published. There's no way you can keep up with all that unless you're blessed to still have that from today. I've moved many times in my life, and things have gotten lost or sold off or exchanged off or whatever, and so I just don't have that content anymore, at least most of it physically. I have some things, and I certainly have some things in PDF form from various sources. And so what I thought I would do is, for me, when 89 hit and second edition hit the shelf, I was just enamored with the Player's Handbook and the Dungeon Master's Guide, and the way they had kind of, quote unquote, cleaned up some of the stuff that was in Advanced First Edition. Again, nothing wrong with that. I loved that edition. But they kind of cleaned it up, straightened it up a little bit in some places, and then muddied it in others, right? That's kind of what editions do. And when I picked that up, I just really started wholeheartedly just running that like crazy. And I ran second edition from the minute it hit the shelf in 1989 until the end of 2002. All right? So 13 years there that I ran second edition. And I was still enamored with it for years after that, just not able to run it because of various different things going on in my life. And I still love second edition today, okay? And there are plenty of channels out there. Well, I wouldn't say plenty, but there's a few channels out there that cover second edition in various ways or another, whether it's character creation or talking about it a little bit or just reviewing or showing some things from books, trying to cover some of the rules. There are all kinds of various videos out there, and not to knock them in any way because they're all cool. But for my personal fulfillment, none of them kind of quite meet what it is that I'm wanting to see in some second edition AD&D video series and video materials. And I'd like to continue to take a look at that, continue to talk about that, continue to read that and see that and hear that from now until I'm done on this earth, right? Until the Lord takes me home. And so I am going to start covering second edition on here. I don't know what I'm going to cover specifically. I don't know how I'm going to cover it. Many of you may think I don't have an audible narrator's or reader's voice, but I'm going to perchance probably read a lot of things from second edition to cover Player's Handbook and some Dungeon Master's Guide. We'll take a look at some things probably in the Monstrous Manual and maybe the appendixes that came along with that, the various volumes. We'll take a look at other supplements, all kinds of stuff like that on the channel so that I can cover second edition. Now, that doesn't mean that I still won't be covering things from Free League, because I think Free League is fantastic. I've been really blessed by them to be given some products to cover. I've got Dragonbane coming here sometime in July that I backed, and things that they're sending me for that as well. And then I've got Forbidden Lands already, and they sent me that, so I'll be covering more of that later too. And so we'll bounce back and forth. But I want a lot of good second edition advanced D&D videos to show up on my channel for you guys to enjoy, because they're not things that I've been able to find. So maybe there'll be things that you can look to my channel for to kind of watch and really dig into, share and like. I haven't got Shadow Dark yet, but when I get that, I might take another look at some of the stuff for that, although I have covered that on the channel in previous videos. So I'm still going to keep things going, moving forward. It's just going to be kind of infrequent or irregular. So, click that bell icon, and so that you'll get notified whenever I do post some new things. Okay, comment on some videos. Let's get this going in the algorithm for people to get some of these cool videos out there, right? Let's put a thumbs up on there, right? Any of those things that helps me, I really, really appreciate that. I really thank all of my subscribers on the channel now. I thank Mage's Musings and just a whole bunch of other really great guys that have commented on the channel for my last post and for things throughout the time since I've had this channel. I really appreciate you guys. Daniel at Bandit's Keep, and I mean, I could just go do a long list. Rob at Rob's Gaming Group, although he's now called Adventures with Dice. There's just a whole bunch, right? So I just want to say thanks to all of you, anybody that I didn't just mention right there. And I hope you're looking forward to this stuff coming on the channel here soon. And I really hope you all take care. Hope you are blessed by God, and that you continue to enjoy this stuff. Thanks for tuning into the channel. Appreciate it. Talk to you later. Bye.